All right. Hello, this is Rebecca. Rebecca, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us your story?
Hi, my name is Rebecca. My daughter has a few diagnoses, which include ADHD and autism. Um, because of her late diagnoses for some of these things, I was really stressed out. I didn't know what to do. You know, when you get a diagnosis, it's not like you get a pamphlet that tells you this is the next step and these are the people to talk to. I kind of had to struggle for a little bit and figure things out myself. Um, and that wasn't good for my daughter at all. Um, when you walk into the meetings where you start the process for a 504 or an IEP, it's really overwhelming. As a parent, you're pretty good with the doctor's appointments, the counselors, you have your schedule. Sometimes you have a full-time or a part-time job in or outside of the home. You have kind of a good handle on those types of things, but when it comes to the law and what the school districts can and should do and what we want them to do, I was really at a loss. Somebody gave me a business card at a festival or a fair for CPARC. So I went on the website immediately and contacted them. And it wasn't very long until I got in contact with um, our advocate. She was amazing. She just made so much time for us. She listened to, it felt like my life story and my children's life story. She was just so interested in the details and trying to figure out where we needed her to fill in all of those missing pieces. It wasn't just 504 plan and IEP that she helped with. It was resources like, oh, hey, you know, girls with autism are different from boys with autism. So here's some books that are specific for that. And, you know, did you know this information? Or have you contacted these people over here because they're also very helpful? Um, Going into some of those meetings all by yourself is really intimidating. Sometimes it feels like the first couple meetings, we're all friends, you know, at the school district, but you quickly realize it's not a social visit. Um, and like I said, it's really intimidating. With my advocate there with me, it felt like we were the Avengers almost. We, you know, the theme music came on and we busted down the doors. And, you know, my daughter's support team was there. And it was like we were taken seriously. And that was everything to me. It was like all of a sudden, you know, the moon phases aligned and, you know, we were saying the right phrases and jargony words that I wasn't aware of previously. And we got the things that we needed. So my advocate is everything. Um, she's always following up with us. She's always checking in to make sure that we're doing okay. Did you get a copy of the IEP? Have we set up the next meeting? What's your availability? Which is awesome. So she's kind of like this little bumblebee swirling around us, trying to make sure that we get the flowers that we need. I just love her. Um, and a super cool part is I get to see my advocate and her coworkers and team members at the parent group that we have. Um, it kind of started anew, I guess, last summer. And oh my gosh, it was just so cool to see my advocate in another space and to hear about, you know, oh, they have a child that has kind of similar concerns. And we could sort of connect as parents and not as like professional colleague support of the child in the IEP setting. So it was much more relaxed, but I still got what I felt like it was very professional advice and information. It was very cool. Um, we had the other outreach coordinator was there and she is fabulous. But I really loved connecting with the other parents because as a as a parent of somebody with special needs, unique needs, superpowers, you feel so alone sometimes because other people just don't understand. It looks like bad behavior or like there's the weird kid. And there are all these other parents with the weird kid, and you really bonded over those feelings of, I just I feel like I'm by myself, and I don't feel like I'm by myself anymore. Like, I look forward to those last Tuesday of the month meetings. I was so excited when I started back up again after the summer break. Like, can I bring brownies? Who wants things? I will drive you. Like, how do we get together? Because it became such a place of self-care for me, and getting to know some of the other parents' names and their children. Like, hey, how's Charlie? How's, Delaney? What's going on? And then, hearing from the advocates and the outreach coordinators, it's such a welcoming community. They have a really great Facebook page that's moderated, so you can ask questions and hear from the parents and the professionals all in the same space. Because if you have a question, somebody else probably has a question that they just haven't felt courageous enough to ask. And there's never been anything untoward that's happened either in the parent group or the Facebook group. So I'm just so blessed. And in turn, my child is blessed because we're supported in every way.
Thank you, Rebecca. I really appreciate that. And I'm glad our services have helped you and your child, so your daughter.